Hey everybody, I'm in New Jersey at Monmouth Battlefield State Park to learn how the Continental Army improved after Valley Forge. In early 1778, the American Revolution was entering a new phase. After nearly 3 years of war, France had finally signed a treaty of alliance with the United States. In response, the British Army decided to abandon the American capital Philadelphia in June, which they had captured the year before, and consolidate their forces in New York City. Yet this would require a long, dangerous retreat across New Jersey in the heat of the summer. Continental Army Commander George Washington saw an opportunity. With his army reinvigorated after a winter of hard training at Valley Forge, Washington decided it was time to test his newly disciplined troops against the British in open battle. That decision led to one of the largest battles of the entire American Revolutionary War, the Battle of Monmouth, fought near modern Freehold, New Jersey in the dead heat of the summer on June 28, 1778. As the long British columns, commanded by General Henry Clinton, stretched for miles along the dusty roads, Washington ordered his advance force, led by General Charles Lee, to strike their rear guard. But things didn't go according to plan. When Lee engaged the enemy, he quickly realized the British force was stronger than expected. Confusion spread, orders broke down, and soon Lee's troops began to fall back in disorder, colliding with the main body of Washington's army around 1 p.m., moving up from behind them. George Washington was furious at the sight of his men retreating. He quickly galloped onto the field and famously confronted Charles Lee, demanding to know what was happening. Then, taking personal command, Washington rallied his troops, reformed his Continental Army lines, and prepared to meet the British head-on. What followed was a brutal day-long battle fought under scorching summer heat. The two armies exchanged musket volleys and cannon fire for hours. The temperature soared above 100 degrees, as soldiers on both sides collapsed from heat exhaustion as much as from wounds. Throughout the afternoon, wave after wave of British assaults were repelled by Washington's steady Continentals. The training they'd received over the winter from Baron von Steuben and others had paid off. The American army now fought with professional discipline and resolve. As the sun set, the exhausted British withdrew under the cover of darkness, slipping away towards New York. The next morning, Washington's army held the field. Among the most famous stories of Monmouth is that of Molly Pitcher. Legend and myth tell the story of a woman who reportedly carried water to the thirsty soldiers and, when her husband was wounded in battle, took his place at his cannon, loading and firing alongside the men. Many actual women participated in the battle, the most famous being a woman named Mary Ludwig Hayes, whose husband was in the artillery. Regardless of the validity of the story, Molly Pitcher became an enduring symbol of the many women who contributed to the American Revolution. Tactically, the Battle of Monmouth was a draw. Neither side claimed a decisive victory. But strategically, Monmouth was a turning point. Washington's army had gone toe-to-toe with British regulars in a pitched battle and held its ground. It was proof of progress, showing the Continental Army had become a capable, unified fighting force. Today, Monmouth Battlefield State Park preserves this historic site. Crops like these soybeans are still grown among the same rolling fields where Washington rallied his troops, while the Visitor Center tells the story of the soldiers who fought in the heat of that brutal day. So come to Monmouth Battlefield State Park. It's one of the best places in New Jersey.